Hey guys, quick video today. I'm just writing this cry for help because I've watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish 4 times, and I need someone to take it away from me. Until that happens, I guess I'll just tell everyone why I liked it so much. This video is actually about the climax of Puss in Boots: Last Wish, so super spoilers, you've been warned. Puss in Boots does something with its fight choreography that I haven't seen done very many times before. Puss's character growth gets reflected in his fight choreography. At the start of the film, Puss has one main character flaw. He doesn't know how to handle fear. He built an entire identity around not ever feeling fear, and at the first sign of any, be it death or social rejection, he flees. But this video's about the fighting. No 8th grade book report stuff here. In the first two fights of the film, Puss is thrusting himself around recklessly. He laughs in the face of death, and he's throwing all caution to the wind. And when he fights death for the first time, he just kind of throws himself at death like he did with the others, and doesn't show any signs of defensive fighting until he's already on the ground and about to lose. These fights establish a baseline to which we can compare and contrast his final duel with death. It's the climax of the story, so it's extremely important that Puss's core struggles be tested and resolved. Most climaxes feature a huge decision, and in this one, Puss chooses to stay and fight rather than running away from death, using the titular last wish. But the climax isn't over there. Like a lot of films, this one features a fight, and in a less thoughtful film, the action would just be a tense and fun way to resolve the conflict with the villain. But in The Last Wish, it reflects and supports the growth that we've seen Puss go through over the course of the film. Opening up, Puss starts similar to how he did in the first fights. But when that doesn't work, he quickly changes his stance to something more defensive. He actually pays attention to what death is doing, and focuses on parrying until death gives him an opening. But you see, in life, being aware of death isn't enough by itself to live. And it isn't in this duel either. Puss still gets disarmed, and only saves himself because he already faced his fear of rejection as well. The gatito blade is symbolic of his repaired relationship with Kitty, and they cut to a reaction shot of her to make sure the audience knows that. He proceeded to dual wield with a sword representing the courage to face the fear of death in one hand, and a dagger representing his courage to face social fear in the other. Death is also dual wielding. He has two sickles, and in the final blow, Puss needs both blades to deflect and beat back death. This film could have really easily just have been about facing the fear of death. It would have been fine. But instead, the film shows us that Puss's whole identity was built around being fearless, and just learning caution and to face the fear of death was not going to be enough. He needed to rebuild himself and face his social fears for a life worth living. They also could have just tacked on Kitty Softpaws as an obligatory love interest, but instead, the movie ties their relationship into the very fabric of Puss's journey. In an age full of action-adventure movies with an emotional plot just kind of taped on, it's extremely refreshing to see action choreography where emotional growth is woven directly into it. Sorry I sound sick this week. I'm sick. Like and subscribe for more algorithmically generated content.